Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gotta have the hammer and stuff. You gotta lay the fucking hammer down and lay the fucking thing down hard.
That's right. And Josh,
Yes.
we have logs here.
Look at
Well, they're
your
not
logs.
logs yet, but they're your future logs.
No, we could take those, cut those the fuck down. We'll cut them up and we can make boards out of them sluts. I got the goddamn sawmill in the garage. Everybody needs boards.
Yeah, man. But see, the problem with these logs is they got the vines growing up. I'm choking them out.
Oh yeah, well that's good. It'll dry it out quicker. So you just do that. You turn it into one of these. Oh, the light is. Oh, you see that beautiful piece of cherry right
Oh
there?
yeah,
That's a beautiful piece of wood right there. And then you could turn it into something like this.
that's super nice.
Look at that. That's not cherry. That's oak, but it looks good.
Cherry's nice wood, man.
I fucking love cherry. Everything I do, all the badges and everything I carve out, I try to do right on cherry. It just looks the best. All I do is throw a little fucking polyurethane, give it a tiny little bit of gloss, it'll protect it, and it looks fucking perfect.
Man, we used to do the panels in the basement. Like I don't know, the wainscoting or we used to do like some super richy people, and they would want like the cherry. And First of all, it was so beautiful, but it was super expensive, dude. Like ridiculously expensive to have like the basement done in the cherry.
I'm fucking. I think for this cherry, I pay what is it like $9 or $10 a board foot?
Yeah, see that's still that's that
Could
ain't
be
cheap.
worse. No, it could be worse. Well, fucking, I'm buying fucking 40, 50 board feet at a time because I roll through this shit. That's $500 fucking dollars right there. That's a lot of money in wood, you know.
Sure is, man. And that's why I say you need a truck or a van.
I
Haul
know.
that lumber.
This week I was looking at a Nissan Armada. I was looking at one of those.
What's that like a van?
No, it's a halfway SUV. Like it's a giant SUV, I guess.
Okay, so it's got room for like you need to put in some machinery or some
Yeah,
board.
it's got a good. I want a pickup truck, but if I'm getting one, I need the dual cab. I need something big.
Well, I always thought like all the contractors they would have their like pickup trucks.
Mm-hmm.
What we would do is our boss would get a van like the extendo van, and then we would just go in there and build shelves and cabinets, and so everything was just like right where because pickup trucks are a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, I used to have a work van when I did electrical work. That's not the type of work I do though. I don't need to travel around with my tools. If I need to pick something up and move it, you know what I mean. But I don't need like I have supplies on the road unless I decided go back and do an electrical work or not.
Or you could just go get a van and call it get it painted up nice and call it the Love Machine.
I could do that.
Cruise around with the mattress in the back.
We need the 4-wheel drive though because we're up here in the mountain.
Well, that's big.
Yeah.
Especially with the chickens and the ducks that you got to cart up and down to duck school wherever they go. The duck doctor. I don't know what they do.
Ducks. I believe they're going to start Mallard College.
Huh. That's interesting.
So. Yeah. You never knew that?
No, the only ducks I know are Daffy and Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Donald and Scrooge.
One of the ducks is named Donald actually, or Donnie. I call him Little Donnie. So when that
Donnie Duck Trump.
When that duck's being a little asshole, I go, "Hey, little Donnie, what the fuck, man?" I go like
but is he like the prick of the bunch?
He was at first. Now we got one of the pullets. Or do you call female chicks pullets?
I call them Polacks.
Polacks? Yeah, one of the Polacks. She was going around. She looked like she was trying to bite people's eyes out the other night. That was pretty cool.
They're just playing.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you mind if I change your drill bit? Like it's How to Be a Man, right?
Oh yeah.
Can you see the
what you got to do?
Yeah, we got to change the drill bit on this machine. We'll move to a little
steel chainsaws.
With this unit, what you want to do, because this thing right here, it likes to move. So I have this nice little clamp right here. I go clamp that fucker down because if you move off your position, off your machine, you're zero, you fuck up your whole work.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I'm not doing that yet. I have to recalculate a tool path and rerun that one more time. Actually, I fucked up. The five isn't as deep as I wanted it to be.
So now is that part of the program? Like you just go in on the program and do that?
Yeah, I just gotta go look and see. Like it could be the fucking the bit was too if you make say you have a 1/4 inch bit and you're trying to make a letter that's 3/8 or like fucking 1/8 wide. The 1/4 inch
Right.
bit isn't gonna make that. You know what I mean? So I gotta go see if that was the problem with what this thing did. And that was the problem with what I did in there if I didn't make that fucking thing big enough.
And they don't like throw no stupid shit at you, like, oh, you got to buy like metric system shit, or
Oh,
like if you got to fix that, one of them jammies, you don't need to get like no special wrenches, do you? Or you just, they don't get fixed.
they get fixed. You don't need no special wrenches.
Because some of these asshole companies are like, oh, you can't use American tools. You got to go get other tools.
Like fucking like DeWalt. I don't like DeWalt because like on their router spindle that they got, they fucking they have a proprietary collet, I guess it's called, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So you can't like use other collets on that bitch. I don't like that.
Give me a Makita.
Makitas, they were nice. I just got the basic one. That's all it is.
I don't give a fuck, man. I didn't have to buy my own tools. I have to buy my own hand tools. That's it. All the other shit was provided.
Yeah, I don't have a job. That's the thing. I have to buy all my tools. Have to.
I worked for like a humongous contracting company, and they had everything.
Oh, my computer just told me it's Women's History Month.
Really?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I don't give a shit.
I don't know why you would.
I think we should repeal some of the history that women have been given.
I definitely am in favor of repealing women's voting rights.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I also am in favor, you shouldn't be able to vote unless you own property, in my opinion. If you don't own property, you don't have a say.
Well, there are some, like, you should have a say in, like, what rate taxes you spend, like if you're working and you live in an apartment in New York City, you're not going to own property,
Oh, no, you ain't. Ain't nobody owning property in New York City.
So, but those people still should have a right to say, well, I don't want to pay 70% tax, Miss Cortez.
Are they on welfare?
Well, if you're on welfare, then, you're going to vote Democrat anyway, so you probably shouldn't let them vote. So you probably shouldn't let them vote because they'll vote Democrat.
Yeah, that's definitely there.
You shouldn't let, let's see, minorities vote because they'll vote Democrat. We don't want that.
No, fuck no. Ethnic people, minorities, you can't.
It's just all Democrat. I don't want that.
I don't like Democrats. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Where's my soda? Hold on one second.
I don't like their progressive politics.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. See, when you're a man and you got man shit to do, I was out today. We're visiting the in-laws and stuff, and I have shit to do when we're done, so.
That's what a man does.
Gotta stick to the Schweppes a little bit. Maybe I'll get some beer later. Maybe.
Later. But see, that's man shit. Like hating women, hating ethnicities, tools. That's man shit. 3D printers, all making stuff. It's all man shit. Broads aren't. Like that's just like, ugh.
Nah. You don't need that. As long as you got one of these by your side at all times. As long as it's the proper size, though.
One of my favorite comedians said something that's so prolific. He goes, guys, how many times were you having fun? And you said, man, I wish my girl was here because she would just get up and start.
Which comedian was this? Dave Chappelle, I think?
No, that was the dude who plays Booney. Fuck. On Black Jesus, the dude who plays Booney.
Yup. Rawlins? No.
No, it's not. It's fuck. He's one of my favorites too. I'm just
he's the bald-headed dude, right?
Not the bald-headed dude. He's his name's Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb?
Corey Holcomb.
How do you spell Holcomb?
Holcom. Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb. That name does not sound familiar at all.
You would know
that nigga. I know that nigga.
You know him.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah, it's true.
He's one of those guys that Like people go, I don't know that guy. I'm like, trust me. Like if you saw him and heard him talk, because he's going, God damn it.
God damn it, man. That's all it is. We were waiting. Oh, let me explain the title. We were supposed to have Mike and Drew on here tonight. Mike's working late, making that money. This motherfucker. What time is it? 8 o'clock on a Saturday. He's still working, and he ain't gonna be done for a few
Oh,
hours.
it's probably 6 or 7 there. He lives like 3/4 across the country, right?
Nope, he's in fucking Ontario. He's like fucking 7 hours.
Oh, that Mike. I thought you meant Metal Bean.
Oh, the Bean? Nah. This ain't Metal Monday, bro. Fuck the Bean. The Bean don't
when
get.
You said Mike and Drew, I'm like, oh, War Beast.
Oh no! See, there's 2 Mike and Drew. No, fuck. Mike wasn't in War Beast. Drew and Mike never been in the same band.
Oh, that's right. Mike's in the Illegals.
Yeah, the Illegal, the third-rate cover band.
How are you gonna go on tour and then come back and work at the burrito shop?
Well, the guy from I Hate God, the bass player, that's his full-time job. He works at a place called Juan's Flying Burritos. He goes, they let him take his time off. He comes home and he cooks.
See, that's living the dream right there.
That's a good living right there, I think.
That's living the dream. I see all these guys running around, Josh, like fighting each other for crumbs. Fighting each other for crumbs.
And
nobody, like, listen, you have all these stupid bands coming around like LA Guns, Rat, all these like washed up Michael Graves, Doyle, like all these washed up losers coming around like all year long. How many times can you go to see these fucking guys? You know, you're gonna and then you know the shows are terrible. You know, there's like nobody from the original band left.
Oh yeah.
The guys are living off of like shit they did 20, 30 years ago. Like, why should I pay $25 to see that? You know?
Oh, I think Black Flag's playing tonight.
What a joke.
But again, this isn't Metal Monday.
Yeah, we gotta stop that shit. Get back to logging.
Get back to logging. See, I was hoping to have the professional loggers on here to discuss this with us. I don't know what happened to Drew. He messaged me earlier this week because he wanted to come by.
So you gotta call him Gizmo, because when you say Drew, that's Drew Shoot, man.
Okay.
Gizmo.
Okay, so Gizmo.
I got confused because you said that you wanted to bring Drew Shoop on here once. I guess you were saying that as a joke, but I really thought you were gonna bring him on.
Oh no, to bring him on to straighten him out with his lady problem.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were doing tonight.
Oh no, wrong Drew.
Okay. See, I was off like all day. I'm thinking about, okay, I'm going to talk to Drew Shoop tonight, have some fun, goof around, make fun of him for having a drug addict lady, straighten him out a bit, tell him,
Well, we could go to, he's got a new lady now, and he's already putting notes online saying, I love you, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Bro. And check out, the worst part is, it's another Phil Anselmo groupie. Don't, like, I understand you're young. Go do what you want to do with the groupies.
You bang them. You bang them. You bang them.
You love them, and
you date them for like a week, and that's it.
So his old lady that they're still technically married, supposedly, she's on her Facebook saying, "Oh, look what he went to from this, bitch. You cheated on him and left him and put pictures on Facebook about it. Now you complain that he's with somebody else. I don't
understand these younger kids, man. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I'm old school. Old school as fuck. I've been with the same woman for fucking 16 fucking years. Oh, that was a perfect moment for that. Did you just spit on the floors at a garbage can?
No, I got my beers over here for the empties.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's some man shit right there. Just hocking one up wherever you are. That's man shit.
That's what I do. When we were at Olive Garden today, I was in the bathroom. I heard this guy. He was hocking the nastiest loogie ever.
I would have been doing it at the table.
That's part. He talked to himself. He goes, "Man, that's a lot of phlegm." Like he had to explain it to me because I was standing the year older next to him, pissing. And I go,
sucking a cock over there, buddy. Jesus Christ!
I was like, "You're probably a cigarette smoker, probably." Oh, boy, we had some problems today. We went to talk to the neighbor. Remember, I've been talking about buying his land.
Yeah.
No go.
No go?
No go.
You don't want to sell?
He didn't say no. He said it would be hard. He didn't exactly say no.
Okay.
He said it'd be very difficult to do because the property that he has is an L shape that's not subdivided, so you'd have to subdivide it first, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think I'm just going to fucking start looking for somewhere new. I don't know.
Bigger lot?
I need it. Need more room, buddy.
I hear that, man. Family grows. You get chickens and ducks and a dog. Next thing you know, you need a new place.
Oh yeah, well that too, and you got fucking I work from home. You can't forget that. There's tools I want to buy that are 4 by 8 feet big. I need good spot to put them in.
Yeah, you can't just put them in the living room.
I could, but Jessica would really not like that.
Yeah, the lady of 16 years would probably not be your lady anymore.
You know what? Excuse me. I couldn't get it. There's no way it would fit in the door. No possible way I'd ever get in the living room. You need a forklift to lift the table.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you still looking?
What's up?
Are you still looking at maybe a factory somewhere?
Nah, I just want to keep it all on my land.
Yeah, I got you.
If I wake up at 4 in the goddamn morning and I got an idea to do something, I don't want to drive somewhere.
Oh, you know what I mean? Our last dab fell off, you cocksuckers.
That's not good. I ran out of dabs a couple days ago.
Well, I got a little more.
I got that Reclaim.
Yeah, I got that too. But I want a real one. I've been doing the Reclaim for a bit. I had a nice chunk on there too. I was all ready to go.
That's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
It's all good. I'll just get this in here.
And you could go logging.
Oh yeah. That's what you got to do.
We need a big machine though, because I have a bunch of logs cut down the back that I want to mill up. I don't know how to move them though.
Well, we got to send them down the creek. You know how you get the logs going down?
Nowhere near the creek. It's on the other side of the yard, and it'd be way closer to the sawmill than the creek itself.
Did you ever see those crazy rivers they got, and all the logs are floating in them, and they get a log jam, and the guy's got to go out there and bust up the logs, and then he falls in and gets rolled over by the logs?
Oh yeah,
that's fun.
It's good times.
Listen.
The creek is too shallow in spots to do that though, unless you had a really good current going, and then that thing's gonna be flying down there like a fucking missile.
And you don't even got no trout in there.
No. I don't know about that. I don't know. That might not work out. That might not work so good.
So now, would you be looking to stay in the area, or?
No, probably not.
Go up north, or are you just gonna look
anywhere? Honestly, I could go anywhere as long as I'm near a post office. I'm not. I'd rather stay in the area that I'm at, but if I could find a great deal, so I'm fucking out. Way too fucking, long as I'm near that post office and we got that UPS though, I can go to fucking Jamaica. Open a banana farm or something. I don't want to do that. That's too hot for me. I'm a white man. Look at this pale skin. I like the cold weather. That's how it is.
You could move to Johnson City, Tennessee if you wanted to.
Isn't Tennessee kind of hot?
Yeah, no. More hot than here.
I was thinking the West Virginians.
West Virginia's nice, man.
John Rich says Maine is expensive but worth it. John, are there a lot of ethnic people in Maine? I gotta ask. I don't know. It sounds like a pretty. Is it Bernie Sanders the main guy, or is that fucker of Vermont or something?
I think he's New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, okay. They're all those states need to just combine into Maine and just all be Maine.
Yeah, you can have Massachusetts and Maine. That's it.
Yeah, Massachusetts is Maine. Fuck Rhode Island. Fuck New Hampshire. Fuck Vermont. Is there any others there?
Probably.
Now
New England is now Maine. You get Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Maine, and that's it.
Oh,
you could expand the Maine live lobster business, way down the coast.
Okay, yeah. So it's yeah. You turn. Actually, you know what? We'll do 3 states. New York. There'll be Maine, which will include New Hampshire and Vermont, and then Massachusetts, which gets Connecticut and Rhode Island.
Got some cold shit up there, my dude.
I think we got to keep Massachusetts because that's one of the first states we had, right?
No, well, yeah, it's one of the original 13, but you want number 1. You're looking at number 1 right here, son.
Oh, Delaware?
Delaware's number 1. New Jersey's number 3, and who cares about the rest of the states?
Nah.
That's everybody's homework. Anybody watching this, you have to find out when your state became part of the union. Go.
Oh, man, shit. If you live in a state that, let's say, wasn't part of the original 13 colonies, I don't respect you.
Yeah, I don't even think I've been out of one of these states. Well, I
No,
have, but
I've been to Florida and Tennessee. I don't think I've been anywhere. Georgia.
I've been to a lot of places, but I'll pretend I was never there.
Never been fucking. I've never been to the West Coast or California, and I never plan
No,
on
you don't
going.
want to go. Just leave.
Nope.
You know what? This is what they say. They shake up the country, and all the fruits and nuts go out there.
Yes, they do. What is, dude? What is with all the goddamn trannies over on the West Coast? What is up with that? It seems like a concentrated thing. Like it doesn't. If you want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm a lady. I don't care. Dress up like a lady,
Man,
but don't make me
I'm
say if you look like a man, I'm not going to call you a lady.
I'm used to New York City, like professionals.
Hmm.
Not some guy that fucking grows his hair long, dyes it green, and puts on a dress. That's not a tranny. That's a jerk off. I know the fucking dudes that go and they get the fucking wigs, they get the fucking gowns, and when they're walking around in their like everyday life, they don't usually dress like women.
Uh-huh.
Some do, but most,
Thought I heard glass cracking.
hey, look, you could pretend you're anything you want. That's cool. You could pretend you're Superman. I don't care. Pretend you're a lady all day long, but you're not a lady.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, you gotta see this fucking meth head.
Show me.
You see him?
Hold on. No, I can't.
Oh, man. The guy is cracked out.
Oh man, that looks like Dankus.
Dude, he's got and his eyes are like. Hey, let me see if I can catch him one more time for you.
Oh, fucking Dems messaged me this afternoon and says he was walking down the street and he saw Dankus.
What was Dankus driving or?
Apparently, and then he drove away fast from him for some reason.
Uh-oh. I guess when you see Dems, you gotta just. I'm out of here.
Oh fuck.
That guy's like now he's sitting there trying to like not be high. You know that face?
Yeah.
And the guy's sitting there like trying not to be high. And when he's talking to the cop, he's like,
Fuck cops. Well, no, actually, no. I love cops right now. Cops are making me a lot of money right now.
cops don't bust my balls, man.
Hmm.
They don't bust my balls.
They've been good to me right now. I've been clocking the dollars off the carvings. It's nice.
Even when I was in trouble with the cops, they weren't busting my balls.
No, usually when you get in trouble, it's because you're fucked up. Usually.
Yeah, they're not like. And if you're not an asshole, if you act like an asshole, then they're gonna bust your balls. But
I can honestly say I've never been harassed by a cop when I wasn't committing a crime.
they joke around with you, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, it is what it is. Fuck it.
Good times.
It's always good times. Man, I had some logging questions tonight, boy. Ooh, they fucked us up. I wonder if he got drunk.
That could be a possibility. A Saturday night.
He was supposed to get drunk here though. That's the thing.
Yeah, because we used to do the old show on Saturday nights, and he would come on.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll wait. We give him an hour. After an hour, we fucking quit because that's what men do. They dial the hour of the time to happen. When that time passes, it's done.
It's over. What am I gonna do? Sit here like a girl?
When I just sit here, do nothing, just fucking have nothing to talk about, look at you all night? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh fuck!
You gotta teach the ducks how to do some logging.
Do you think they could?
No, I think they're too little. Going quack 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 quack.
I like them.
They're funny, man. And the other guys are peeping like tweet 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 tweet.
They're so little. You know, beep, 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 beep. I like them. Little fucking communists.
What do they eat? Just like the same dog food stuff that guy had on that video you showed me?
Yeah, it's Purina. Purina makes food for, Purina makes people food. It's part of the Kellogg's Corporation.
Awesome.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I think I've seen it on like some boxes.
So like the Kellogg's and stuff, the food that's not good enough for the people food, because they use shitty food for people food. Don't get nothing wrong with that. They do. But the shit that's even that bad, they can't. They just give it to the dogs and the
So
chicken.
if I give the dogs the people food, it'll be better for them.
It would be.
But now they got all this like scientifically designed like special dog food like by Rachel Ray and shit, and these other companies.
Oh no.
You know what? I knew this broad. She had 4 cats, right? My buddy was dating her. This broad would be cooking 4 like chicken dinners in the oven and with like vegetables or fish or something for the fucking cats. I'm like, what are you having tonight? He's like, oh, probably like a sandwich or something. I'm like, this motherfucker's cooking chickens and.
Hey, fuck, they're feeding them good. Nothing wrong with that. If like it's like fuck, if you had like if you're doing it big and you got the farm going and stuff and you have that shit, why the fuck not?
Well, listen, if you're not doing it that big and your cats are eating better than you, I'm sorry, man. You know what? I love my pets, and I'll split it with you. But, I'm not going to.
I might give you a taste. I ain't splitting the shit with you. You ain't getting half, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, okay, we'll go to size ratio. You get like less than a quarter.
A dollop.
See, it's like, I'm like 190 pounds and you're 12 pounds. So you get a little.
I need a lot more to keep me going than you do. That's it, That's it. Fuck, I almost want to send Drew the link right now, but he's probably hanging with his new lady. And he probably don't want his balls busted. But I think we got to give him the business a little bit.
Everybody gets the business. Come on, John.
You got to get the business. It's the fucking way it goes, I don't know. Ooh. Delicious. Delicious. We got to do a lot of machining tonight, buddy. I'm like 70. I'm like deep in orders, backed up, man.
For what?
The badges.
The plaquettes?
Oh, the plaquettes. The plaquettes. That's a good name. We should fucking make an R&B band called that. The plaquettes.
Yeah, the plaquettes. And we'll get like we'll get like a nice keyboard going, dope ass bass grooves. You gotta have the bass grooves. Take it back to the Motown Funk Brothers style shit.
I miss that. That was good music. Definitely miss that stuff.
I love the Motown stuff because, like, did you ever see that? There's a documentary called The Funk Brothers or something like that, and they're the band that played at all the Motown shit. Mm-hmm. There was like one band that did that, and it's like, can you imagine being in that band and then you see all these fucking people coming? They worked at that Hitsville place. All those people coming in and making all those records, man. Shit,
son. Damn.
Sun Records, another place to work. You had Elvis in there, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis. Shit.
I like how black people go shit. I don't do it as good. They go shit. Yeah, you gotta put the emphasis on the shh.
Yeah, you gotta like kind of grow up with your mama yelling it at you, and your great grandma yelling it at you.
Do you mean your mammy? You go down and have your mammy yelling at you. I like when they yell, "Yo, daddy ain't shit."
Yeah, yo, daddy ain't shit. Well, I like on like what Redman does that skit, Ice Cream, and the lady's like, "Listen, you motherfucker, you ice cream truck driver, because I'll get my husband out here. He'll come and knock you out in the first round. He might could knock me out if he could put the pipe down."
Might could knock me out.
He goes, he might could knock me out. He goes, but he'll never put the crack down. You know what? Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you and your mama, motherfucker.
Oh, you gotta love Redman. Reggie Noble's got the biggest head.
I saw there was an interview with it wasn't an interview, it was a clip of like Redman and Eminem like sitting there talking, and he goes, Red, and he busted out, he goes, I still got that picture I took when I first came to New Jersey in front of your house. And he busts out this like old school like 1990s fucking like Kodak CVS camera picture of Redman's fucking like apartment building. Because he like when Eminem first started coming out and everybody was like, oh, this white boy, and Red was like, look, he's cool. When he came to Jersey, he was, you know, because I guess they brought M around to the different spots. I guess his management.
I've never driven past Red's house. I would like to go see that.
You don't want to go there,
I
dude.
I would like to roll up there with a lace blunt and be like, yo.
Did you ever see that scene in The Sopranos where Tony takes Lil Anthony to this old house in Newark, like where he grew up with his parents?
I saw that.
Some black dude walks up and goes, "Hey, get the fuck out of here, you guinea motherfucker!" You know, that's what would happen to you. That's what would happen to you.
Probably would.
Dude, there's parts of Newark you just don't go, dude. You do not go. I remember one time.
Cory Booker, the governor, he said that, oh, New Jersey's fine, so he's going to run for president now.
Yeah, he's the senator. He wasn't the governor. He was the mayor in Newark, and then he became a senator. Oh. He's too young to run for president, man. The guy's like fucking in his early 40s.
When that fucker went, this is the closest I'm going to have to an I Am Spartacus moment, I was like...
I'll tell you one thing about this guy that I will never disrespect him because, well, I'll disrespect him all day long. But when he was going to work one day, there was a apartment on fire, and he ran in and saved like a baby and got all fucking burnt up. The mayor.
That was one good thing he did.
That's the mayor, man. So I was like, you know what? That's a stand-up guy right there.
You could get some respect for some shit, but you're still a dick anyways.
Oh yeah, just you know. He got lucky that he was walking by the fire with a baby in it. He might have set it up for all we know.
That is pretty convenient. Because were the parents already outside and go, my baby, my baby.
Oh, help me. Oh, Lordy.
Mammy outside yelling for her baby? I don't know.
Crazy, man.
Man, I was disappointed today with that land stuff. I thought for sure he's going to sell it. Thought for sure.
Well, he might, you know, you never know what the situation is. Like, he might just not want to sell it, or he might, like, co-own it with someone. Like, him and his brother might own you know.
No, I just don't think he wants to sell it.
I gotcha.
Now I got to move, man. That's not good.
You know, there's dirty motherfuckers in this world because I watch those murder shows all the time. They'll kill the guy. Like, yeah. They'll kill the guy and then and then they find out like, hey, you murdered the guy for his land.
Yeah, it's not that worth it.
But they've been doing that since, you know, forever. How do you think anybody got land ever? They killed for it. They said, yeah, we're England, but we're gonna take over Jamaica. So get out of our way. Or yeah, we're England, and you people in India, we're in control now.
Yeah, but the English are pussies. They always give it back.
Yeah, but what do you want India for?
I would
want that quagmire over there.
Fuck that. Ugh.
You got Pakistan right next to you. There's like billions of fucking people dying in the streets. Jeez. But they do have an ice hockey team.
Do they?
Yeah, up in the Himalayas. You know those mountains, the Himalayas? Mm-hmm. That's part of India, and it gets real cold there in the winter. So they've had like people from, you know, Canada, United States, Europe, go up there and kind of teach them how to play. Mm-hmm. You know, and so they have a tournament up there every year. Like a world tournament. Like, you're not going to see NHL guys in there or nothing, but people from all over the world will go up there and play. But the altitude is so fucking high that the guys are gassed in a second. They're like, and the Indian guys are just girls are skating circles around them. And they got these old fucked up skates and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. You should go.
I'm not going to leave my basement, let alone go to India.
Oh, come on. India's not that far. It's like fucking right down. Isn't it fucking a little past Jersey or some shit?
That's Paducah you're thinking of.
Oh, with the Palookas.
Yeah, Paducah. The Palooka from Paducah. He was a famous boxer.
I like that guy.
He never won, though. He was a Palooka, you know.
Sean P. Palookas. You don't know nothing about that. Nothing. I'm telling you tonight, my favorite tool.
I use that tool more than any other tool.
I would love to use my bottle opener, but I think I'm gonna behave tonight.
Yeah, why not? You had some shitty Olive Garden.
Ugh. Ugh. That Olive Garden was terrible. I don't know what the fuck happened. We went to the Olive Garden. The breadsticks completely changed from what they used to be. The breadsticks, like the Olive Garden we went to up in Poughkeepsie, that place was actually really fucking good. It was really no, for some surprisingly, it used to be. Used to be really good. Fuck, the breadsticks changed. The salad was all wilted and old. Semen. The fucking when I got the Tour Italy and it gave you fettuccine alfredo with a piece of chicken parm and a piece of lasagna. The edges of the lasagna noodles were kind of like old tasting. Chicken parm, it tasted like greasy fried chicken from the pizza spot. And the parm was okay, or the fettuccine alfredo was all right.
How was the pasta cooked?
The pasta, I'm trying to remember. The pasta, it was okay. I think it was cooked right.
Was it like a little al dente? Was it a little softer?
I prefer mine a little bit softer, but not crazy softer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want it to mush in your mouth.
Yeah, you don't want to mush it, but you don't want to fucking be chewing on rocks.
I like mine a little al dente.
What's al dente mean? A little harder?
Yeah, it's a little harder.
Okay.
You just take it out a little quicker.
Yeah, nah. I'm good on that shit.
But it depends though, because I don't really I don't really like spaghetti, but I like angel hair. I like my angel hair a little soft.
Me too. Because it's angel hair. It's got to feel like an angel hair in your mouth.
So it's got to have that. And you know what's good too? You just take some butter on the angel hair, and then you throw some like herbs and spices that you like. Like personally, I would put like oregano, garlic, and the hot seeds, and you mix that all up with the butter. Ooh, it's good.
Oh, yeah. You put some broccoli in that bitch with some butter and some fucking...
Yeah, you can put whatever in there, man. Mushrooms. You like mushrooms? Put mushrooms in it.
Oh, you got to put a little olive oil with the butter for just that little bit of flavor.
You got to get that drizzle on there. Like
little drizzle, you know? Nobody can forget little drizzle.
You got to have the drizzle.
Word. I was looking. I saw a rumor that church is coming back tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I won't be there, but... I won't.
Very interesting.
Huh?
That's very interesting.
Mikey loves church. He loves playing Muhammad. I can't. Mikey's like a fucking 15-year-old.
I know. He just loves all that like goofiness and silliness.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, what is he in his 30s or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Mikey, buddy. You know what? Do you, as long as if you could keep doing you and working and making a life and doing that, be happy.
Do it big, boys. Do it big.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I might call you a fucking fruit, and I think you're a weirdo and a queer. But it doesn't matter what I think.
Nah, but I Mikey's got his whole channel going. He's got some crazy stuff on there.
Oh yeah, the Watch TV network.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, you see that boy's moving again?
Again, where's he moving to? A place where he doesn't get his scooter stolen, I hope.
He says he actually moved out of the place that was getting stolen.
If somebody stole my scooter, I wouldn't care because I feel like a faggot driving one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But supposedly his neighbors were making his life hell because he couldn't smoke pot in his own apartment, or he couldn't. I don't know. He was like acting like the neighbors were like running his life for to be him.
How could you live in Canada and people worry about you smoking pot?
Yeah, you're living in Canada, but the landlord, I guess, said no smoking in the house.
Piece of shit. Now I need some Reclaim.
Oh, I hate fucking Reclaim. That shit's disgusting. Fuck that shit. I don't know. Well, yeah, Mikey, yeah, he did a church. Good. I am thinking about giving him the Drunk News Network. I've been thinking of it. Like, it's a very hard decision because I kind of want to keep it. Because, or like, if I do anything, I'll make a manager or some shit of it. Because I'm not gonna fully give control of it.
Right, just like just let him.
Because like, it started with all my videos and my shit's still on. That's mine. You know what I mean? I consider that mine. Exactly. But if he wants to use reviews, and I would kind of make him to have to keep the name now. Keep Drunk News Network.
Well, you know what you can also do is just say, look, Mikey, you could use this you know, because there's a lot more subs, and the
Mm.
drunk would get views, and then you can switch it over to his, you know, just be like, hey, my stuff's gonna be on one, and let him do it for a few months to get everybody used to watching his shit on his channel, and then something like that.
Well, even like I don't know if Mikey was interested. Even the show Drunk News, I think he would actually produce a good show. Like if he did it in
Oh, he would.
the same style I did, how I did it, get the green screen and do the exact same kind of editing.
He would, because he fucks around with cartoon editing and
Yeah.
fucking like all kinds of crazy, like the Clam Chowder show, like all kinds of crazy editing. So I think he would do a great job, man.
Oh yeah, I can send him the fucking template for the show that I have
Yeah.
already. That, you know, has all the sections built up of it.
You say, Mike, this you could do it, but this is how it's going to be. You know, this is how the shows run.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah, and just don't pull your penis out.
He knows not because you know
I know.
he knows better than that.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, fuck, you never know. I don't know. I would hope he'd know better than that. I think he'd honestly probably be better at getting people than me too, because I can't stand. I don't like people. Like
Well, Josh, we're we're kind of salty guys.
little bit.
You know, like I'm all like friendly and goofy, but now I don't feel like it, so I'm just like a real asshole now. You know, I don't bother anybody, but if somebody bothers me, I go 2010% at them just to be an asshole, you know. But I told you that. I remember you asked me what my New Year's resolution was going to be, and I said I'm going to be a bigger asshole this year. You probably don't remember it because we were spitting drunk, but I said that.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. I fuck. I'm definitely being bigger asshole this year myself.
And at the time, it was a joke, but I see that, you know, with the way things have been going, I'm like, you know what?
Might as well.
That was like a foreshadow.
Well, man, I gotta think about that. Does Mikey still have his computer? Is he doing his shit on a cell phone or?
I don't know, man. I haven't talked to him.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't talk to Mikey, do you?
I don't talk to anybody.
Oh, okay, yeah. Why the fuck am I asking you? I should know this. You don't talk to anybody but me.
No. I talked to like John Rich.
Can't forget Shane. Everybody loves Shane, but yeah, Mikey got the computer. All I'd have to do, I can send him that video file. I believe he said he already has a green screen, and I have some template scripts. I could just send him how you do the asshole of the week first. You put the 2-3 segments in between, then you do your liquor news.
Yeah. Do his characters.
Well, yeah, it started out just like the way I did Drunk News. He just has his characters doing each news segment. Like the dickhead, the clam chowder, Mohammed could do a news segment. Same shit, same thing I did.
I think it could work, man. I think it's a good idea.
I think I'm gonna offer it to him. I'm thinking, Mikey, if you're watching this, I'm gonna offer you Drunk News. Make you manager on the channel. You do Drunk News the way you put any other show you want on the channel. But I would ask you to continue Drunk News in the same fashion we've been doing it. It could be good. I don't have any heart left to put into the show. I'm done.
Josh, it was a great little world you created, man. And a lot of people were like so bummed out.
I just
like, no.
I can't do it anymore. There's no the whole goal was to interview the Trailer Park Boys. I said that from the beginning. That's why I started the network, and when it ended, once I did that, I was going to kill the network.
Yeah, I remember you lost your love, and a couple of us kept sending videos like, "Come on, Josh, come on, man."
After that shit happened, and I knew it wasn't going to happen.
I knew it. I saw that you lost. The spark in your eye was gone.
Yeah, there was just no. There was no.
You didn't attack the show the same way after that.
Didn't give a fuck because I wasn't working towards a goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt like doing that. I was working towards the goal. Like if that happens, keep making it better and better for that goal. What was the point? There was nothing to try to do. You know?
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. Like when you start a band, man, you're like, all right, boys, where do we want to take this? You know, and some guys are like, oh, we want to go to the top, and we want to go to that. Me, I was always like, let's worry about that later. Let's just play some show. You know, and then we were playing a lot of shows. I'm like, well, let's play better shows. Let's go make a record. You know, we made a record and we got to play better shows. And then it got to the point where it's like, you get to a certain point, you know, you move up levels. You start out in like garages and basements and backyards. Then you graduate to the VFW halls and, you know, matinee shows. And then you graduate to the, you know, the bar shows. And sometimes you graduate to club shows, you know, but it just depends upon how far you want to go in school. And I didn't want to go any further, you know. So let's say I was in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go to high school, man. Let's talk to the big labels as high school. I didn't want to go to high school. Why the fuck am I going to go on a label? I could see what was happening to the fucking music industry. Why am I going to say, oh yeah, okay, I'll sign this thing for 5 records, and you're going to give us $25,000 to make a fucking record?
Uh-huh.
And then they're going to want to spend, okay, now we got to make a video and we want to use this director. And then your bill just keeps going higher and higher. I'm like, I'm playing that game on me, son.
Oh, man. We got a lot of CNC to do, man. I need another one. Ooh. Cold beer for work.
The CNC, man.
Cold Schweppes or empty Schweppes for the CNC machine.
Holy shit, that fucking reclaimed. I got the thing too hot. And I got
I just did the exact same thing right now myself.
And I got the plasticky thing, so it tasted all plasticky, and then so I got the water too high, so it bubbled into the terrible experience. It was a terrible experience.
Don't do that again.
I'm going to give it a D-, because at least I got high. Well, a D, because I'm a little higher now, so I can, you know, kind of let that go.
All right, so there's nobody watching, but whoever watches this, I want you to message fucking Mikey and encourage him to take Drunk News. Because I'm going to feel like a retard if I offered it and he doesn't do it.
I'll put the word out to Shane.
Oh, Shane's a girl. He'll fucking tell everybody.
Yeah. I'll say, look, just hit up Mikey. I'm sure Shane will be like, oh, can I be on it?
Ask Mikey. That's his decision. Well, Shane quit Drunk News, so no. Once you quit, it's like working for McDonald's. If I leave on a bad note with McDonald's, they probably ain't gonna let me back.
Yeah, but look at it this way. Shane's entertaining and draws ratings, believe it or not. And when it comes to business, hey, man, all is forgiven. When that money comes in, all is forgiven.
Shane
Look at Vince McMahon. You could have held up Vince McMahon for $500,000 ransom, and he could have held a grudge for you like for 20 years. But if you could make him money again, all's forgiven.
Oh yeah, that is true. So Shane, if there's any money, just don't know what's going into my account. Just know that.
Yeah, and you might want to slip Mikey a little something for
none of those. I'm going to tell you right now, none of those vids are going to get monetized. They don't anymore. It's because it's drunk in the title of the channel. They automatically hate.
It's a sucker's game because I still see people trying to get like Dean trying to get rich off of YouTube. It's like, dude, you have to have like
good content.
Baby Shark fucking songs. Baby Shark do 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 do, and then you can make money off it or something. If you wrote that song, maybe you can make money off it, but you can't sit there and smoke weed or be like cursing every 2 seconds. I watch some of these dudes they do prison channels and they'll do like live chats and they'll be like, oh yeah, and like it's like, dude, you're not gonna get monetized. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, the whole thing, like the ad companies are coming up like that. Those heydays are over with. I got checks when the heyday was just on its way out. That's when I got into it. When I got a couple checks, and that's just not going to happen. And you got to have a good stuff. Like I had to fucking interview actual people who've been on TV shows to make money. Like, yeah, it wasn't the easiest thing to get in touch with. I worked my ass off for that. I'd go spam the links all the time for the shows.
I know you went hard to get those interviews.
Oh yeah, just fucking annoying the shit out of people, and then just going on every like Facebook group I could think of, posting the Drunk News. Well,
what about Metal Monday? Who was like the first guy that you guys got on Metal Monday?
Well, fucking Dems got one of the illegals. That was one of the first ones, and then I'd have to honestly look at the channel because I fucking don't. I don't remember who we talked to be honest with you.
Could it have been wait, one of the illegal? Could it have been Steven?
He did an interview with Steven on his channel. Hold on, I'll go look at the videos. I'll see what the first video was.
Because I know that like him and like Steven made sure that he had the super joint thing in the video where the whole band signed it.
No, our first interview on the channel was Walter from the Illegals. That was our first interview on the channel.
Walter, who's not in the Illegals.
Where the fuck's Joey's interview? That's weird. Because I knew Joey and Mike. Joey was before fucking Walter. When did that come from? Or am I just fucking? Oh, okay. No, Dems edited it weird. Okay. So yeah, it was Walter and then fucking Joey, Drew, Mike, then Scott Shelby, then Steven Taylor, then Bruce, then fucking Jimmy Bauer. Who else? Oh, then that faggot Goretooth. Who else did we get? That dude from Vengeance Within. Remember that guy?
No, I do not.
No. Mike DeLeon again, the 40 Winners guy. One of the guys from Scour. Some guy from Mushroom Head. Oh, yeah. That guy sucks, so Dems fucking just kicked him off.
That's great.
The connection, no, the connection was terrible. So I'm just like, the guy couldn't hear him about fucking Reloaded. So I'm like, Dems, just boot him off real quick. We didn't realize when you boot somebody off at Banja.
They couldn't get back on.
No, so he was there just losing his mind, and Dems like, I don't know, man. That was pretty funny. That is
funny.
Oh, then we got the drummer from Crowbar, Lyric, Casey Orr. I don't like Casey Orr. That guy's a fucking asshole.
Is he one of those New Orleans guys?
No, he's a Texas guy. He was in Guar and Rigor Mortis.
Oh, yeah. I don't like those bands.
He's very left-leaning and make sure he lets everybody know about it.
Well, maybe, you know, those Texas guys, you know.
Were you there for the Demolition Man interview?
No, you guys, I think you guys recorded that, edited it, because it came out in part 1 and part 2.
Oh, okay. He was a good guy. I like that guy.
Dude, that was my favorite interview on the channel because he was so real. He was so happy. You know, I'm not saying he was happy to be talking to you or nothing. I'm just saying he was the situation he was in, the part of life he was in. You know, and when he was telling the story of how he got back with Venom Inc., how the guys they wanted to play songs from the one record or the couple records or something.
Yeah.
And then he would talk about they're like when you said how'd you get the name Demolition Man? He's like, well, I was in a punk band, and I was just like, yeah.
There was the guy from Bloody Kissin'. I can't believe we interviewed a guy who sang for a cover band.
No,
I don't think we interviewed. We just let him on.
Yeah, we just were talking. We didn't I think we asked him a question. So why do you play these stupid songs? You know, I don't think he got the joke that we were kind of goofing on him because he kept being real nice to you.
Yeah, and I had to just block him up because he would just call me, dude. Fucking Team Wolf gave him my fucking phone number. Like, if you know me and you have my phone number and somebody asks you for it, don't fucking give it to them. I didn't give that to them, so you don't give it to them. It's not your place.
Josh, this is how it goes. If somebody says, "Hey, can I get Josh's number?" Let me ask him.
See, if somebody asked me for your number, I wouldn't even ask you. I'd say go ask him.
Like Sean, he didn't give up my number to Dennis when Dennis wanted it. Because he's like, yo, let me get Trokey's number. And he's like, he goes, let me ask him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not giving that dude my number. Need you calling me?
No, it's just weird. You have random Facebook people calling you. That's weird. I don't know. You might have came on a metal show and we talked about your shitty band, but I don't know you, bro. I don't know.
And he was going wild because he went and played Dingbats. Dingbat. You've been to Dingbats.
Oh, we're playing that Dingbats? Half hour in anything in Dingbats, you try to go to the bathroom, there's an inch of piss on the floor. Fuck Dingbats.
I hung out at Dingbats a lot.
Dingbats is a shithole. I will never go there again.
I used to call up my buddy. He would come over to my house and we'd work on guitars on Saturday night. And he'd put on the Eddie Trunk show on the stereo we had bumping in there. And at some point in the show, he'd be like, all right, Rat is playing at Dingbats. So the 10th caller gets tickets.
Okay.
He'd be like, yo, call up. And then I'd call up. And I'd be like, oh, Eddie Trunk show. I'd be like, you still got tickets for Rat? What's your name? Okay, +1. And I would just every Saturday or every couple Saturdays, I'd just go to a free show. LA Guns. I saw Rat. I saw White Lion. I saw
I fucking hate Eddie Trunk. Oh, I hate that guy.
He used to work. You know what's hilarious is he was on like a local Jersey station, and he used to do like a metal show. Now his idea of metal was Motley Crue. Like he wasn't playing no metal, dude. He wasn't playing no thrash.
Not fucking metal, bro.
Hard rock at best. But he worked at this record store, and it was called Alwick Records, and they had a good selection.
Mm-hmm.
They would get like a lot of like metal, hardcore. Like you could go get like Murphy's Law shit there.
Uh-huh.
Like one of those kind of places. And Eddie Trunk would all be fat and yelling, "Oh, we got to get the new Kiss in here." And I'm like, "Oh, that's that jerk from the radio."
That's that jerk from the radio.
I met him one night at Dingbats because the Giants were playing a playoff game the next day, and he's standing there with a fucking garbage bag, okay? And I'm like, I gotta go say like thank you. This guy's been giving me tickets for like the past like year. So I said, oh hey man, I go thanks for the tickets. I want them on the radio. And he's like, oh, you're a fan? And he hands me a shirt. He reaches into this garbage bag and hands me a shirt. And I'm like, oh thanks, bro. And I'm like, I just started talking to him about the Giants for a second, and then I got a beer.
That's awesome.
So he gave me this garbage bag shirt that didn't fit.
Welcome. What are you gonna do?
He was a nice guy, but when you listen to him on the radio, he just cries about everything, and his opinion is so stupid. Why doesn't these bands sell out? It's like, dude, because nobody wants to hear it. People would go see Motley Crue because they were like the band of that era.
Yes.
I mean, people will still go see Poison, but it's a nostalgia act.
See that shit.
And he's like, these bands, they're still out there and they still play. It's like, yeah, but nobody wants to see them, and their music wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't. Like, fucking hell, they weren't good. There was nothing good about them. They just sucked.
Like, you probably had what? Like, okay, you had Bon Jovi that was, that was very successful, and Motley Crue, and there's probably like 4 bands. But you think about like the 60s, there's probably maybe a little more than that, but most of the shit's just garbage. Like a Fruit Cup bubblegum machine with some song. And you're like, God damn it.
Fuck that shit. I don't know. It's just probably no effort, maybe. How do you call that effort?
Well, what was great is I was listening to some Charles Manson records. He made that like one record, like the demos. I think he did it at like that guy Brian Wilson's house or something.
Uh-huh.
Not Brian. I don't know. One of them weirdos. So he's just like playing guitar. He's like, like one of those goofs. And he's like playing guitar and like warbling. And like I gotta read the comments. And people were like, he was a musical genius. And I'm like, this is just every other garbage that you would hear somebody in the 60s playing on the fucking beach.
That is terrible. There's nothing fucking revolutionary about that fucking song.
And even though, like, the Beach Boys, when they took it and redid it, it's still a shitty song.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it. Fuck the Beach Boys. He sucks.
That guy, the Beach Boys, he sucks.
Fuck him.
They had one good song, Go Surfing. Yeah. Yeah, go surfing. Yeah, make a living off it. Yeah,
I could make a living off surfing.
me too. I could surf on my pinky, but the
Oh,
Beach Boys.
I would just go on welfare and then I just surf all day.
I think the Beach Boys have played more free concerts than anybody. Because you know how like the county fair is bringing in the Beach Boys.
Is it because nobody would pay for them?
No, people would pay to see the Beach Boys, but not a lot. They could probably play Dingbats. Maybe if they opened up for Cheeseburger and Paradise Guy. Who's that guy? Margaritaville.
Randy?
Who
And
the guy Margaritaville.
Mark?
What's that guy? Charlie, um, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, I thought you meant Ralph Buffett.
I don't know him. Is he related to Ralph Cramden?
I think he was from Philly, to be honest with you. I believe he was.
Because Ralph Cramden was from Brooklyn.
Nah, not the same guy. Definitely not the same guy.
Oh, okay. Because their names sound the same.
Well, a lot of people's names sound the same, and a lot of people look like black people. You judge them too?
Do you want me to answer that honestly?
Of course. It's how to be a man. You gotta know how to iron the
honestly,
car.
Listen, what's this misnomer about all black people looking the same? I've never heard such a thing.
Never?
I've heard other races all look the same, but never the African American race.
Never. You can't do that.
Like when you're getting your ass kicked by them, you kind of remember their phrases. Hi-yo.
Or the bottom of the foot.
You're like, yo, man, I remember them Timberlands, motherfucker. He was kicking me in the teeth.
That was a size 13 and a half. I thought that was an odd size to have. Shit.
Yeah, when the guy booted me in the ass, I was like, that was a 15.
That's never good. You're never good to get a boot up the ass.
I told my neighbor that, like, he was telling me there's this jerk off football player that played for the Giants who would like walk up to you and like start hitting on your girlfriend like right in front of you and you're like pushing you away. I said he would have been knocked out, and he kind of like opened his eyes and like I said, those football players are pussies. They've never been in a fight in their life. They just get by I go, when they run into a guy that's been into a fight, they always go down fucking.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what? You can't protect your balls. You can't protect your eyeballs. And I know where to hit you.
Right in the cock.
Nope.
I fight dirty.
First shot is going to come right here. Right where your jaw connects to your skull.
Oh.
Uppercut. With me coming from like a curling, like, you know, curled up, like whap.
Joker, we got a good question in the chat right here.
What's that?
A guy named Optimistically Cynical. He said he took his son to the park, and when they got home, they found his goldfish dead, which is a tough situation for any first-time parent. How do you explain autoerotic asphyxiation to a 4-year-old? A goldfish had autoerotic asphyxiation?
Well, let's talk about the goldfish first. That's rough, man. So what you got to do is you get the toilet thing going and you say, okay, son, we're gonna, you know, or daughter, we're gonna put the fish and we're gonna send them up to, you know, to the sweet goldfish pond in the sky.
Yes.
Now to the autoerotic asphyxiation. Now that's a dangerous game you're playing there, my friend.
But I think he's insinuating that the fish fucking was jerking off and then killed itself with choking while jerking off. Is that what you're insinuating? I think that's what he's talking about.
They do have private castles.
You don't know what kind of parties goes on in those fucking private castles.
They got those private castles, man. So, you know, and you know what? Castles have like dungeons and shit with all kinds of racks and there could be some freaky stuff going on in that castle, my man.
You think it was some kind of sex dungeon or something?
You know, it's crazy, man. You never know these days. I mean, if it was the 50s, I would probably lean on the error side of caution and say no.
Yeah.
But Josh, you know what goes on nowadays. You know these people going crazy.
These people
wiling out.
Fucked
that
up.
was a term. Remember that term? Wiling out?
Wiling out.
Wiling out.
Wiling out.
They had a term for like gang raping a woman in Central Park called wiling.
What do you want, cat? Fucking cat's yelling at me.
But it turned out that the woman didn't get gang raped.
Oh, who was it? What case was this?
It was something that happened in the 80s in like New York City where like some crazy lady was like, oh, these teenagers gang raped me or something.
Yeah, didn't they
And,
fucking take like 20 years for them cocksuckers?
yeah, and they didn't do shit. Them dudes, they didn't do shit. I'd be an angry dude if that happened to me.
You have no idea.
But what? There were teenagers in New York City in the summertime, like running around going wild. They probably scared the lady. You know, we've all been around New York City wild teenagers, and they scare the shit out of you. You know why? Because they're wild.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna die around some. And not just because they're black. There's been some white ones too.
Because they're wild.
Right. That's just what it is.
And you know, I've run into city kids. Doesn't matter they black, white, Puerto Rican, Dominican, fucking Haitian, fucking African. They're all scary. White boys, all of them. You pull up to 7-Eleven at night and you see 5 white boys standing there. You're like, fuck. The guy's gonna make fun of my shoes.
What are you gonna? I don't like getting my shoes made fun of.
Well, I'll see how you can make fun of my shoes. But no, that's not nice to make fun of a man's shoes.
Never. Oh, that ain't gonna work.
You know, like if I could walking around like, yo, my man, what's up with them shoes?
Yo, my
you
man,
know?
them shoes you're wearing looking pretty fucked up, bro. What are you doing with these shoes, my man? Shit.
Hey, yo, do they make those shoes in men's?
Yo, what size are your shoes, brother? What size are those shoes?
What, you got little baby shoes on?
Let me see. Let me hold them for a minute.
Yeah, yo, let me see them shits, man.
Let me see that. Let me hold
I
that.
just want to look. I just want to see it.
That's it. Just want to see it. Nothing else. Let me hold it.
Motherfuckers getting robbed for shoes, boots,
Oh yeah.
name it. I remember motherfuckers was getting robbed for starter jackets.
Starter
Oakland
jacket.
Raiders, like you'd see people popping with the Oakland Raiders starter jacket, and somebody would come up and stab them and take it.
That's never good.
But then you know what? I'm sure the guy that stabbed the guy, somebody stabbed him for it. So that jacket probably got passed around to a bunch of hoodlums. Hey-o.
Hey, fuck! You know, it's passage. It's the rites of passage right there.
You know, it's like, yo, is them some new Jordans?
Let me see. Let me see those.
It's like, yo, you got them new Jordans on, man?
Hey, Joker, can I hold $40?
Just let me hold it, man. Just till the end of the day.
Can I just want to see what it feels like in my hand to hold it.
Josh, what would you do if I walked up to you and you had like brand new, like white Nike high tops on, like gleaming? I was like, Josh, man, holy shit, what's going on? And I looked you up and down, and I looked at my shoe and looked at your shoe and just smudged your white shoe, and then just looked at you.
I beat the fuck out.
That's a fight, right? Like that's a beat down right there.
First of all, though, I would never be wearing white shoes. Wouldn't happen.
But Josh, if you didn't punch me in the throat, I'd have no respect for you.
Well, you'd have to hit somebody. You don't do that.
Exactly. Like if I did that and you're like, yo, what's up? What'd you do that for? Like if you didn't immediately like punch my temple, then you know, I'd be like, what are you, a pussy?
Yeah. You gotta get hit. That's hittable offense right there. You don't do that shit.
If you didn't push my nose to the side of my face for that, I would look less of you. You know, like, man, like, what can I do? Go in and start touching his cupcakes and cookies and shit now? Just putting my hands on them, licking them and putting them back in?
You're gonna have to try.
That's why you like if a man mushes up your shoes, you gotta not only just like drop them. I mean, you gotta like break his ribs, like work the ribs.
Oh yeah.
You know, stomp his knee. Like you just put the heel, stomp on the knee.
You don't let people get away with that shit.
You basically have to cripple the guy to save your manhood. If that man is not in a wheelchair and like blowing on a straw, you're a pussy.
That's it. I can't agree more. Have to be blowing on a straw. Fuck you. Fuck that shit. That ain't good.
Do that to a man's shoes.
We got one more model of fix real quick. One more. And then suck it, we going to work. You got to work, man.
The working man.
OJ Simpson work. I got to work. Shit.
Man, you know OJ's got a job.
How's OJ doing, you think?
You know what? He's probably down in Florida playing golf, man. Laying low.
Well, money though.
He's got secret offshore funds and buddies and hot chicks and you know.
I hope.
Um, the last time I heard of OJ, he got out of prison, and there was a picture of him at a McDonald's eating a burger, like fresh out of prison. The first place he went was for a McDonald's.
Motherfuckers like burgers, bro.
Well, you know those pro athletes. They love their McDonald's.
Oh yeah, Lordy B. Their mammies back in the day used to take them to McDonald's all the fucking time.
You know what I think is hilarious? The Olympic Games, like one of their sponsors is McDonald's,
Wow.
and so they have the McDonald's, and all the athletes get their food from the McDonald's that they have set up.
Oh, the
And
McDonald's?
I'm like, so you're feeding the world's elite athletes this fucking shit, and you want them to they're gonna have a ton of grease in them. So I'm figuring that like they're not really giving them like those greasy grizzle burgers that you would get at your local McDonald's.
Yeah, they probably fucking go and actually make real meat and put them in McDonald's boxes or some shit.
Like, what if you're a wrestler and you gotta make weight? You can't be eating grease burgers. We're gonna have chicken McNuggets that day.
No, you can't be doing that shit.
I would have to hit the breakfast though, Josh. Even if I was like a world class elite athlete, I'd have to hit the McDonald's breakfast.
Not a fan.
I'm not either, but I would have to do it. It just has this like unique taste. It's like Domino's. It doesn't taste like anything else. It's got a unique taste. And
That
every
is
once
true.
in a while,
Every now and then, I still will go to Domino's. Every now and then.
because it's just got a unique flavor that you can't get anywhere else. You just get you say, all right, we're going to just get Domino's. And you know what? It's never, oh, let's get pizza and call it. It's always like, let's get Domino's. You never call it pizza.
Well, yeah, when you're getting pizza, you get pizza. When you get Domino's, you get Domino's.
Always Domino's.
Yeah.
But if you have a special place, like let's say you want to get Franco's, and you're like, yeah, man.
Yeah, the place I like Frank's. Frank got good. He got the good margarita pizza.
Ooh, see, a dude I knew in high school. I knew him and his sister. I knew all of them. The Fortes. He has this huge fucking restaurant in our old town, and the food is because his father was in the pizza business. He owned Godfather's Pizza, which was a really fucking, really big pizza place back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So he just like worked at his father's fucking, just learned the business. And then he opened up the business, and like his sister works there. She's like the main lady, because they got like a restaurant part. And I guess his brother works there too. I'd be like, fuck it. I'll go cook pizzas. But the food is banging.
Oh yeah.
Like pizza's banging, the fucking dishes are banging.
Oof, I wish that fucking fettuccine Alfredo today was good.
That stuff is hard, man. You know what that is? That's McDonald's breakfast to you. The Olive Garden, like my buddies would, they would like, why? They're like, they couldn't understand that anybody would go there. They're like, why is this place in business? I don't understand why anybody would eat that food. But these dudes had like grandmas straight from Italy making and I was part of many Sunday dinners with the gravy all day, the sausage and meatballs in the gravy,
That's
the
Sicilian
fucking pasta bigger than your head.
That's good stuff. That's food.
You had to eat, dude. You had to eat it.
Oh.
What's the matter? You don't like it? You don't like my cooking? You don't like my food? No, I like it. I'm full. Come on, you're skinny. You keep eating. You're skinny.
Come on, you skinny prick. Eat.
That's what I got, dude. Like, you're too skinny. You're too skinny.
Or if you get the wannabe Italian ones going, manja. I don't like hearing that.
Now, I hung out with straight Ginzos, man.
Ginzos? Shit.
The Paisans.
Fuck them.
Good food.
Oh, yeah. Listen, my man, it's about that time. We're over an hour, and I got to go get some work done, brother.
Right on. I got to do some other stuff.
Maybe we will try to attempt to log in one again one day. Probably not, though, because we already made a video title that we can't do it again.
Listen, yeah, we'll do this again when we have something to talk about or not. We'll talk about man shit.
We're gonna talk. We'll find Drew. Give him some relationship and love advice. I think next time.
And we'll give him a little bit of the business, but not too much.
Not too much. I'm gonna set something up tonight.
All right, man.
Peace.